Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be checking out the newest episode of Witch Hat Atelier, episode 12. This should be the penultimate episode of season 1, which is a little bit sad. I've been having such a blast with this series, one of my new favorites that's released in the last couple of years, to be honest. So I'm going to be really sad to not have this show to watch weekly with you guys anymore, but I want them to take as much time as they need to bring us this quality of adaptation because this series is just top notch to watch every week. But yeah, other than that, I don't want to waste too much more time. Get right into this episode. If you are new to my channel, this will be more of a watch along than a straight up reaction. So if you'd like the audio and or full video, you can sync up with your own copy of the episode. If not, you can see it blurred behind me and read it, the subtitles below me to follow along. And I am watching it on Crunchyroll myself, just by the way. But yeah, other than that, I'll go this countdown. 3, 2, 1, start. Long ago, the cave here was home to a prosperous nation. Oh, magic craftsmen. Oh, it's like a golden city. The arrogance on their sleeve. Hmm. Bit of a class system. Serpent back row. Oh, this is the path we're following? And more beautiful and prosperous. Oh. Oh. And essentially force the society down. That's diabolical. Tired and weak. This. For the weight of its own gold. Yeah, I saw a couple things on Twitter last week. Um Apparently in the manga the pathway it like looks like it's going into a void, and then also the new student that we met last episode had some scenes cut. It'll happen. Cute. God, this show makes me so happy. And then it throws some ominous shit like that. This show is at the same time both so adorable and cute, but at the same time, it's always got some like creepy vibes behind it. Feeding Bush Buddy. Yeah, but even scenes like that, like his inner monologue compared to how like bright and cheerful the conversation with the girls was, is always so fascinating to me. Because I still stand by, I don't think he's like antagonistic in any way. I think he's just got a lot of secrets. Because as far as I can tell, Kiefer definitely wants the best for these girls. And I don't think that's any sort of facade or anything. I think more so, honestly, I think Kiefer's a lot more of a sad character than he lets on. Um, I think instead of being like antagonistic or almost villainous, I think it's more he's like a very tragic character, I would assume, with the way they write him and like how desperate he was to get that like magic bottle from the Brim Tats. There's just so many incredible sequences. Oh, it's also the second last time we get to watch this opening. Sad, sad. Oh, I'm gonna miss this anime so much. But I'm glad we're actually it seems like we're leaving off on a pretty big moment with the whole, exam for the 2 of them. Still a single road ahead. Oh, whoa! Is the gravity all messed up as well? Aw, good save. Oh! Yeah, it does. Yeah, but you still walk. Very interesting. Oh, every single one is a Oh, yeah, because he has done this test a few times. I just wasn't sure if he'd done it here or in another location. Water flows directed by gravity. Fascinating, because it follows it, through. Right answer, the right last episode. Oh, we're actually getting stuff. Oh, is it the same dude? It looked like it last episode, but I wasn't sure. And I think it has to do with her brother that we met in the last episode. I think after her brother left, big cause for. Dude, these creatures are fucking adorable, by the way. Oh, that's so fucking cute. I love seeing her reaction to that as well. Oh, were they following her little oh, especially considering he has never passed before. But I don't want to shit on this kid at all. He's had it rough. It's interesting they had him save her and then immediately have them almost not conflict, but the difference in ideologies almost. I actually really am surprised. Um, who would assume with her being the main character, Coco would get forced into this test alone? I actually really enjoy that it's just these characters, at least for now. Coco might end up having to help or something late game, something goes wrong, but dude, the effect of the water all flowing at the like where it's broken on that road is so. Oh God. Well, let's pray that it's not a fucking brimmed cap. Careful now, Coco. I don't think you have flight boots on right now. God, I thought someone was just gonna jump up all of a sudden. Oh, it's the fucking, it's the brimmed hat that's just the fucking flying cape and hat, which is a fire design, by the way. Little shit like that, um, and designs similar to that are always I really enjoy. Oh, so it bends all the way down and you can continue. Oh no, she's making a little. God, she's awesome. I do think there's a stubbornness of her that she does need to get work through, but if she is the darndest and clever. This is also very fun how we're getting to see how they do it differently as well. Oh, that fucking blush and smile on her face. A little bit of a close call. That is fair. You need to learn how to draw while hiding it. Now, how are you doing it, my boy? I believe in you. Oh, that little detail of hiding his hands into his. I feel like that's a good way to showcase his emotions before something like that. Having her be the one giving the moral support is also hilarious. That is fair. And having someone like this constantly stare over your shoulders would not help with something like that. hiding away. Right answer spells, huh? That's also got to be extra frustrating when you know you can do it. Have the skill, it's literally you're just an outside force just makes it so much harder. I wonder if this will also help out, well, damn, that's a quite the line. I think she's got something though. Her little fucking movements in the back. Everyone's just waiting and watching now. So in his own head. That that piercing eyes as well. They're just waiting. Ooh, fun reflection. Oh, really fun reflection shot to have it. His reflection being the one being so like against it. Then it cut back afterwards to them both being calm. That is fair. These cloaks are sick as hell. Breathe, my boy. The choice to focus on his eyes as well. Got the little details in this. The I like the shadow effect it does on his face, but leaves the hat. Bro is ready. Also, he's making like a broom almost to fly on, but it's still connected. That's a fun way to make it across. The difference between all of them. Like she took like a ribbon across. I got it essentially like made like a pathway across. Then he like flew across. A little less, anyways. Okay, these two are kind of adorable as fuck together. That is true. He did save you, but I think there's a part of her that sees something familiar, especially. Yeah, exactly. Dude, the mirror shots in this episode with that one was a past and present, but like, the way they do that is so impressive. Better version of myself. You making ice? Oh, they're here. I thought they were gonna attack on the outside. Got out of fucking nowhere too. I hope, girl, that you're oh, fully absorbed and then disappeared. Shit. Oh, we're getting a cliffhanger right here, are we? I didn't realize how far into the episode we were already. I was so locked into that one, I didn't check my timer at all through that episode once. Oh, that was a great episode. I am loving the development of these characters and also spending time not focusing on Coco. Very smart choice, I think, from the writer, because I have a lot of questions about all of these characters. And honestly, Coco's the one I have the least questions about. Like, I have some questions if there's a reason why she's special to the Brim Hats. Um, but like your average um I totally lost my train of thought there. Um oh, okay, I got it back. We know like the most about Coco other than that one thing, but the other characters we don't really know that well. Yeah, we've only like sort of got to know them. This we got a little bit more backstory. And I also they didn't include that scene that they cut out with that kid. I butcher his pronunciation of his name right now, so I won't say it. But there was a scene that I saw someone posted on Twitter. There was a cut content of him essentially saying um, like him believing in his teacher and also saying I think of what exactly the phrasing was, but it was something like um, my brain is fried apparently. Um, I only saw a quick because I try to avoid as much manga stuff as in general, but this was like cut content that I actually thought was going to be included in this episode. But I think he says something like, "If I pass this test, teacher will like believe in him," or something along the lines of that. Like he's really trying to please him and is really in his own head about everything. And we could see in this episode the way like that flashback scene with him like watching over his shoulder as he struggles to write and then not being helpful at all. But yeah, I really loved. We had a little bit of stuff of her as well, but I the two of them together is honestly such a fun pair. Um they're both similar in a little bit of way, but she's a lot less uh like fumbling shy and bumbling around. She's a lot more just like introverted, I would say. And a lot more confident in herself. Um but struggles with other people as well still. Like they both have their problems that I feel like we're going to work throughout in this little mini arc. I really hope next episode that we don't have like a crazy cliffhanger for the end of this core or season. I forget if we there's another core planned. I just know that the first one's 13 episodes. Um Also the art design on this, the cloak and like the black like shaded like hidden aesthetic is so cool. I love the choice to keep like the blue scales on the cloak and also his hat, leaving it the same, and like the all white eyes and everything. Really cool. But like all of the different ways we used magic and made it through this test were really awesome. I'm uh I'm so invested in this show. And we actually all of that lore in the beginning of this episode as well about the nation. I wonder how all of this will tie back together or if it's just for this little like mini arc. Um, but realistically, this means that there should be gold down there still, unless it's all been taken by this point. Because I would assume if they're doing tests here, they've been here like a lot of times, and like the previous tests were also at the same spot. Um, I really enjoyed this though, and like getting into her mindset I've really enjoyed because I would say she was the one that we almost saw the least in the first like few episodes of the show. Like she was always I feel like being used for like jokes and gags in the background and like a lot of little funny moments and stuff. But as we've delved a lot deeper into her actual character and her motivations and what drives her love of magic and what she wants from it, um I feel like I've gained such a higher appreciation for her character. I thought it's actually funny. I did not expect going into this that we are going to be focusing so much on these two. I thought when this test originally was happening, it was going to be heavily focused just on my girl, but it actually makes sense if you think about it because the first few episodes it was kind of like Coco versus Agott. There was a little bit like antagonistic like a little bit of a rivalry almost or whatnot between them of it was honestly more just hatred towards Coco if we're gonna be real, but we did have that whole situation, so we got to see a lot more of her character, and they've teased a little bit of her backstory here and there. Um, and we she's in a much better place than like the first couple episodes. Like I'm sure she still probably has haters in the like fan base, but um like her all of her like little moments now where she like gets angry or whatnot. She's never like pushed it too far. Ever since honestly the dragon, like we were stuck underground and they had that like crash out. That was the only like that was the last time that like it was truly like um Coco versus her. So I've loved her development as well. So I like that we're actually focusing on other characters. Um and their dynamic is just adorable between the two of them. I it started like I noticed it immediately when he saved her, but then it they built upon it the entire episode, and I loved seeing her help him out and try and showcase almost like her method for using magic and her philosophies that I was looking for. Um which I think there's maybe a little bit they can learn from each other. Um but I think a big part is just her like accepting that like she's got to do this test. It's is worth it. And um, the scene of the instructor telling her that the test isn't so bad, and then she was just like, "Yeah, but I'm still pissed at Keyfree. I'm gonna hold a grudge." Very funny. Um, yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're either related or it's the same person, but like this looks like her old teacher as well. So I assume that's another reason why they're pairing these two up so much. As we learn more about both of them at the same time, essentially. Um, and I think that's pretty much all my thoughts. I just really loved how all the little differences between how they like managed to go through the trials of this test so far. Because it was three very different like ways to do it. Um, Similar in ways they all essentially manipulated the ground to get across, but just in uh different execution of how it was actually done, which is really cool. And him reverse engineering the cloak is fun. I'm loving how the magic system in the show is working. I've been a fan of it since the start because I like the idea of the drawing and everything. But it's felt so well thought out. Um and also just like I thought it was gonna be when we first like learned a lot about the magic, I thought it was gonna be way too simple and there wasn't gonna be a lot of like unique special stuff between characters. I thought it was all gonna be very samey. But there's a lot of like um of your own person put into the magic and the types that you use and whatnot. It's also fascinating to me that she used ice to get across right here. And I feel like we've seen Keyfree constantly using water-based stuff. Um like on multiple accounts. I don't know if that's one of his like best ones now or something like that, but it's something I noticed a lot and she has the same type of thing and we know they're close old friends. So I wonder if there's any correlation between that. And maybe they learned from someone similar or something like that. And yeah, she gave a warning, and I'm worried where they went because they just disappeared. Like we're just left alone in here. Um, and I imagine no one outside is gonna be able to tell. Um, so hopefully everything's all right. I'm always worried about this show just gonna switch on me and like take out a character or something because as for as adorable and wholesome as this show is, I said it during this episode, but like there is some real vibes that like shit is gonna go south, and like just the way some moments have been portrayed. There's been like such a good not word. It showcases like grief and like being in a very bad like mental place very well. Like everything with Coco and her mom, especially in like the first episode when she like got frozen by the or petrified or whatever. Um there's always like I feel a really tragic element to this story that I'm really excited as we learn more about these characters and a lot of the backstories. Like Kiefer, for example, I need to know what's up with that dude, but I don't think we're gonna get it this season. As it looks like this will be the main focus. For the end of it. But overall, fantastic episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this watch along. Other than that, I will have some live streams coming up this week. I've been a little bit delayed on it, some personal stuff, and also haven't been feeling particularly great the last couple days, if I'm going to be honest. But I still wanted to get this out to you and just watch it myself because I am loving this show. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your guys' day, and I'll catch you later. Peace.